This your girl Ray doing a video real quick. 914 Westchester County, New York. We always on top, never gonna be on the bottom. Chad, I'm getting so sleepy, but I gotta keep going on. Regardless of how sleepy I get, whatever. Let me tell you something about the LGBT community. Those drag queens that used to run their houses in New York, in California, wherever they were at, when they brought new members into their houses, those members had to go out and get jobs. They had to contribute to the house financially. They might not have to pay no rent, but they had to pay something. And when those queens approached you, you had to be ready. I was living in New York when I first heard about these other houses. I was 14 years old in middle school. Nicholas Middle School, right behind A.B. Davis on Gramerton Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. We knew if we went to Manhattan, we went to Harlem, we went to Spanish Harlem, East Harlem, wherever we went, wherever the drag queens was at, they said, get your ass up, get you a goddamn job, and create your own persona. And a lot of the girls did it. When I say girls, I mean the drag queen young people. I mean the lesbian young people that was turning into drag queens, drag kings, soft butch, hard butch. Because when you walked on that stage, you had to represent yourself like the way it really was. When we did all that voguing, we had to represent. And I always regretted my decision. When I ran away from home the first time, I went to the train station in Mount Vernon, New York. And there was a couple there, a man and a woman. The woman was all upset and crying because she lost a child from her own body. I didn't walk up on them. They walked up on me. I looked at them. I talked to them. I got friendly with them. And the woman wanted to take me into the city, but the man didn't want me to go. He said, no, she's 9 years old. Her parents are going to be looking for her. We don't care if this child is adopted or in foster care. Somebody going to be looking for that young woman. I was a young woman. And I sat with them. I talked with them. And the man kept saying, don't take her. She's too young. Somebody gonna be looking for her. She's a foster care child anyway. Somebody gonna look for her. Somebody gonna find her, and we gonna get in trouble. And the woman told me, she said, "Can you be quiet? Can you be my daughter?" See, in New York is running different from California, Philadelphia, any other city, major cities. Because around that time, a lot of young people was running to Manhattan. They was running to Harlem. They was running to the houses that was set up. At 9 years old, I could have been a flaming queen. But it didn't happen that way. I sat in that train station with the man and the woman. The woman was crying because she just lost her baby. And she said, "We can take her." And he said, "No, don't take her. Because somebody going to be following her. Somebody going to find her. Somebody is going to get us in trouble." And she gave me money in my hand. She said, "Go back home. And I wish you the best of luck." After I met them, I never met nobody like that again until years later. And that woman I met, she was younger than me. She was married to one of my brothers, my adopted brother. And I lived with her in her house. And Laquan and Sierra, they would get all happy when I would come home from work or come home from the library, and they always knew I had like little money on me and stuff, and I was always appreciative of what my sister-in-law did. And when I moved on to Greenville, South Carolina, I moved from her house to Greenville, South Carolina. I got my own place down there. And she came to visit with me with my brother, my adopted brother. And she said, "Arabia, don't forget about me." Every time I hear Adele, hello, I'm reminded. Every time I hear Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, Valerie, I'm No Good, I'm reminded of what she told me. And she told me, she said, "Don't worry about nobody else. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself first. Love yourself first." And she used to give me like little Bible, little Quran. She said, "Read this and study it. Get you some more knowledge." And she said, "When you get that more knowledge, move on." When I got that bigger knowledge from the Nation of Islam, I moved on. But I never forgot. And what happened to them in August of 2011, I became so consumed. I went through the grieving process and, unacceptance, anger, then finally acceptance. And I said to myself, How can this not happen to me again? Anybody that come in my life, male, female, you living in my house, you eat my food, I gotta do this all over again. I'm tired of it. Because one of the men I was dating for 5 years, I remember when he fell that night. The rain was going. It was around December that year. It was so cold. I called for help, 911. Took him to the hospital. He never was the same again. Never. But he always tried to take advantage of me. Money-wise. I paid for the gas. I paid for the car payments. I paid for his motel rooms, hotel rooms. I paid for the food. I paid for the clothes. I paid for the laundry. I paid for all that. Where is he now? He's in his own place. He called me the other night. He said, Ray, I got the car. I don't want the car. I don't want nothing from this man. I told him that. He's a Kwame Brown supporter. He's a Kwame Brown fan. He's a Kwamite. I'm with Tommy Sotomayor. So the houses are separated. It is what it is. I miss him. I love him. But I can't have him in my house. I can't. I've done it before. He lived with me for quite some time. More than over 3 months. Quite some time. We were sexual with each other. But I told him, you're really a one-night stand. But how you one-night stand? I paid all that money. So he's really my boyfriend, right? Just like my girlfriends. Just like them. But one thing I remember, what Miss 504 said, she said, don't be a fool. Move on. Wipe your hands clean. Clean your body off. Move on. Empress Lion One Love said the same thing. Miss Coco BX, same thing. Eve James podcast, same thing. Barbara Girl Tina, she didn't tell me to move on. She was like, oh, well, you know. She's trying to be fair to everybody. Empress Lonnie One Love trying to be fair to everybody. But you can't be fair to everybody on this YouTube streets. You got to tell the truth. And don't care if you hurting their feelings. Because when Miss 504 come in, she don't care if she hurt your feelings. She telling the truth. She giving you raw. That's it. Move on. All my YouTube creators know how I get down. All of them. And a lot of them don't say nothing. They be like, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to hurt her feelings. You got to hurt my feelings. You got to tell the truth. Miss 504 told the truth. Miss Coco BX told the truth. Empress Lonnie One Love told the truth. Brooklyn Lady Ellie told the truth. Barbie Girl Tina told the truth. How many women got to tell me the truth before I wake up? But my tomorrow is not promised. It's not promised. Kuja na mimi, kula jakula. Miji baridi. Vente aquí conmigo. Las comidas están listas. And if I hurt your feelings, if I did anything wrong to you, I apologize. Lo siento, no es culpa, es mío. But I know I did not do nothing to hurt none of my YouTube creators. I want to make you better. I want to make you stronger. But you're getting stronger, and I'm just your high priest. I sing your praises. I walk in the choir. I do my usher work. But my time in the sun is already done. My sunset has already come. My sunset, not your sunset, my sunset. And my sunset say, Ray, you can't do too much. And sometimes I be looking my lips at those men and those women on that job. It's fraternization if I fuck with them. Anybody come here in my bed, clean house, food in the refrigerator, and look like heaven. But when you take a bath or when you eat food off of my table, you looking at my TV, I become like the pale man in Pan's Labyrinth. I become just like that. And I'm off the chain. That's why I don't want to fall in love with nobody. That's why I don't want to talk to nobody. That's why I really don't want to like people, but I do. I'm friendly with people. I socialize. I do what I have to do. But when you take certain fruits from off my table, I put my eyes back in my hands and I put those hands to my head. Because I remember those days I never got no sleep. And I was running on dust air. I remember those days when I never got no real sleep. 5 days. My eyes, the whites of my eyes became bloodshot. Every time I walked on the ground, I saw children in the ground crying. I would reach down to try to get them. I did it on my jobs. All those people saw me going through trip mode. A lot of men like me, a lot of women like me, but they see me at my worst days. Tripping because I didn't get the sleep. Tripping because I drank too much. Tripping because I took pain pills. Tripping. And they all became afraid. And they all left. And I'm by myself. I'm good with that. I don't care. But I need to get my mind right. I need to get my mind together. And I want to support everybody. I want to help everybody. But I'm one woman. One woman. And there's other women coming behind me. And they are just like me. There's men coming behind me. They're just like me. And one of my nephews told me, he said, Honor, baby, Me and you have so much in common with each other. I don't want to be like you. I want to go on a higher level. And he did. He did, and I'm proud of him. I praise him all the time, privately. But this is my first time actually saying I am proud of him out loud. I'm proud of my brother. I'm proud of my sisters. I'm proud of my cousins. Because they stood the test of time. They was Aquarius. The age of Aquarius, that song. They are that. I will never cross over into that land. I'm going to die off, and they going to live. And they just waiting any day now. Aunt Arabia going to get out of here. Aunt Arabia going to get silent and fall asleep and never wake up again. And that's my prayer sometimes. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to fight this war no more. I don't want to work no more. I don't want to do shit no more. I don't even want to do my trolling like the way I used to. I'm revealing all my secrets, all my fears. All my fears already happened. My parents got old. They got sick. They died. There's only one. My biological mother. She's still living. But it ain't going to be too much longer. She going to give up the ghost too. So what do I do? I'm not concerned about her. I'm more concerned about my grandmother more than anybody. Everybody can go and burn in hell, and my grandmother go on to heaven. Because she suffered. She suffered everything. All these women on the social media platform suffered in the world. I don't care about those other women. I want my grandmother to go to heaven. Wherever her heaven is, I want her there. And even I have to claw and do whatever I got to do to make sure that happens. Oh, yes, I will. Because I couldn't do it back in August of 2011. My main soulmates, friends, people I was with in another lifetime, all of them are dead now. Except for a few. It's only a matter of time before the universe called me back. And I look at my life real close, and I said my time in the sun is over. Let these young women run. Let them run the race to the tree, the lovely bones. It is what it is. Peace out, New York love.